For those of you who don't know me, my name is Hannah. I think I could speak for many of us here today saying that I'm so thankful that we can be here all together to celebrate all of the achievements that we've made over the past few years together. For many of us, our journey to get to this point may look different than the person sitting next to us, but the journey is one that shaped us all individually into being the nurses that we want to be, and the best version of that we can be upon graduating. Today we celebrate the peaks and acknowledge the valleys that we've endured and embrace the world of nursing with open arms. In doing so, we're going to call each student individually up to the stage. So today on your program, there's a sticky note with a color indicating the table that your pin is placed at. So each professor is going to be designated a table. So we're going to call up 4 at a time in alphabetical order. So starting here, like Angela, you'll be first, and we'll go down this way, and the rows go across. So when you go up to the stage, just enter on that side, and then we ask that you exit on this side to go back to your seats. And yeah, so you'll collect your pin. It'll be placed on your neck, and you'll get your box that your pin came in as well. So Dr. Lupinacci.
Hello, how are you? All right. It's nothing like being up in front of the podium, right? It brings me back to classroom days. But anyways, I want to just say congratulations to all of you. Today's the day when you officially really enter the nursing profession. At least this is how I view today. At today's event, I hope you learn and appreciate the meaning behind this ceremony with the Nightingale pledge that we'll all say together at the very end. Today we welcome you as colleagues, and we stand shoulder to shoulder in tending to the sick and to the frail. You all have come a long way, right? Especially this last COVID year. It's been some challenges for sure. Each of you carry your own story, and there have been many bumps and maybe throughout. And I want to say thank you to your family and your friends who might be tuning in later on today. Or currently, I'm not really sure how this is working. But thanks for sharing the students with us in the nursing department. All of us, I'm sure, have memories of how you have impacted us or special moments in clinical and those kinds of things in the classroom that we all think back upon. Believe it or not, we do think about you guys in a positive light for sure. And I wanted you guys to think about the word nurse. And I'm going to offer you some words of advice. The letter N, be nice, right? It's a simple thought, but this really will take you throughout your career. You need to learn to be nice to yourself, take care of yourself, respect the choices that you make. Learn to say no once in a while, right? Because as nurses, we have a tendency to always want to help and keep saying yes to many, many things, but sometimes, we have to learn how to say no once in a while. And learn to spend some time by either yourself or with your family, because I'm sure you guys have all been, pulled in a million directions. We've certainly given you lots of hoops to jump through, right? And then remember to be nice to each other. I mean, this is a basic principle, but learn to build each other up, right? We don't want to tear each other down. And each of us that are sitting here in the rooms, we're each peers. And at some point we'll probably run across each other throughout our careers again. Be nice to your work colleagues and to your new chosen institution. Learn to work together and address any issue that you face as a team, like a team approach. The letter U, learn to understand your patient's situation and their experiences, and of course the family's journey. Try to understand their circumstance, their situation, and their healthcare choices or lack thereof. Be their voice and their advocate for their safety and for their recovery. The letter R, respect. Respect yourself. Respect those preceptors and colleagues on the units that you're going to be working with soon. Respect your patients. Again, each are unique, and they all need your help and your expertise. And then remember to respect the science. Use the science to guide your practice. The letter S, for safety. Keep yourself safe. Remember to keep your colleagues safe in the workplace and know when to take action. Get involved in your nursing organizations who really are your voice and will advocate for you and your profession. And we're powerful in numbers, and we can create change together. E, the letter E for education. Treasure your relationship with your patients and their families and make each moment count. Remember that every moment is a teachable moment. And then I always like to say this, but I know you guys hate this part, education, right? It's ongoing, continuous education, either getting certified, participating in workshops, doing things in the unit or the institution, and then eventually one day you'll probably think about going back to school, believe it or not. Right? We all did. But then I wanted to end with like a nurse's prayer, because I found this to be very valuable to me. A friend of mine, her mother had probably worked as a nurse for about 10 years or 15 years. I think she was like a second career, went back, and she shared this with me, and I wanted to just read it to you. Lord, help me to be the nurse that you created me to be. Give me the strength to love those who are the hardest to love, and the heart to serve those who don't want to be served. Give me the tears to cry when I need to mourn, and the gift of laughter to help me throughout each day. Let me be touched by every patient I serve, and remind me that each encounter really truly is a blessing. When I'm tired, restore my mind and my soul, and take away my worries. Lord, let me be your instrument in all that I do. Help me to remember that you are the healer. Keep me humble in all that I do. Let me always remember that I am a servant of yours. And I wanted to say Happy Nurses Week, by the way. It's starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is the official RN Day, and there's an International Nursing Day on May 12th. So I just wanted to, again, welcome you guys to the profession, and I can't wait till you guys are taking care of me one day. Thank you so much. Oh, Dr. Palladino is going to be coming up to say a few words.
Take my mask off here. I did this at Sigma and my earring popped off. Yeah. That was fun. I just want to say hello to everybody. I'm Dr. Palladino, the Interim Dean of School of Professional Studies, but more importantly, when all of you arrived at Western, I was the chair, and I remember some of you coming in to see me. I remember Accepted Students Day with many of you coming into my office. The FY class, I think was my first one I did with all of you, and you know, it's so nice to see everybody here and kind of reconnect again. I want to congratulate you on a great accomplishment, because this is a great accomplishment. I know the last few semesters have been filled with challenges. The world has been filled with challenges, and well, you know, we've experienced unprecedented times here. You're going to see it in the healthcare system, one that in a few weeks or months, you're going to be heading out as practitioners, as nurses, and in some ways, you can see it ahead of time before you get out there and have to deal with it, the changing healthcare system. And in a lot of ways, these changes are probably with us some way permanently. So it's going to impact your practice. You know, I want to thank all of you who volunteered at those vaccine clinics, and some of you did clinical there. I was able to go with some of the students, and it was a very special time for me to reconnect with the students again and work with you. What I saw was not just students, having practice giving IM injections. It was so much more than that. The communication you had with the community, a very scared community, and you sitting with them and talking with them. Especially, I noticed, the first round was healthcare workers coming in, but when those older population came in, and I watched you all, help them and welcome them and teach them, it was really something, and it's something that I can see in your career. No matter where you go, you've got it in here. We gave you the tools to go out and be a nurse, but only you have the ability to take those tools and become a great nurse with them. I know that we prepared you to meet these challenges, and these challenges, that's what it means to be a baccalaureate nurse. You're going to be tapped as leaders, and you are going to see when you get out in the working environment There's all different types of healthcare workers, and as a baccalaureate prepared nurse, you're going to be ready to meet any challenge that comes your way. But this is just the beginning. You chose a demanding career, but a rewarding career. I personally would do nothing different than be a nurse. And like I said, we gave you the tools to start, but as Dr. Lupinacci kind of started to talk about education, you did pick a profession where it's going to be mandatory almost in order to be competent that you do lifelong learning. You may go on for another degree, you may not, but you'll always be doing workshops or learning new things because things are going to evolve and change very quickly. It's not easy, right? Anybody here want to say nursing school was easy? No, it was very hard. But it's the hard that makes it great. Because if this was easy, everybody would be doing it, but it's not easy. Nursing school wasn't easy. Being a nurse is not easy. You're going to deal with all sorts of people. Just remember one thing, like Dr. Lupinacci, I love that prayer you said because you talked about being nice. The people we deal with, the people we're trying to help, are people in struggles. Their families are struggling, they're struggling. So they may not always be nice, but we have to be. We have to understand people, understand where they're coming from. So I want to just leave you with, welcome you into the profession. As Dr. Lupinacci said, you're our colleagues now. I know that students like to hear that because you are. In a few short weeks, I'm going to be seeing you. I can't tell you what it's like. Sometimes I'm still in the hospital at supervision, or I'll go into the hospital and see my past students. I get letters from past students. Some of them are telling me, some of them are adjuncts. Some of you probably had our adjuncts that tell you they came through this program. And just seeing how they've evolved as nurses is great, and we hope to see you do the same thing and run into you as leaders in the nursing community. Congratulations and welcome to the world of nursing.
Hi, everyone. Hello, friends, and hello, faculty up there. Welcome to the class of 2021 to our annual pinning ceremony. I would like to start off and congratulate all of you on your tireless dedication you have put forth the past couple years. This program has taught us all the value of true hard work and what it truly means to be a nurse. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. We all started this journey together as strangers, scared yet excited for the journey we were about to endure. This ceremony, we can add to our skills checkoff list and document the steps on which we took to complete nursing school. First, we learned how to properly wash our hands in physical assessment, which, to our surprise, we were all doing wrong. And fundamentals, we learned the basics of nursing and learned to appreciate what Florence Nightingale did for the future of nurses. Next, we made hundreds of drug cards in pharmacology that would honestly come in handy right now since most of us seem to blank on any pharmacology-related question. Next, we took on MedSurg 1, where we were taught how to answer NCLEX-style questions and the dreaded select alls that questioned our future in nursing school. Next, in MedSurg 2, we learned nursing skills that we started to apply in our clinicals and really began taking on the RN position. In mental health, we learned sympathy and understanding for those who are going through struggles that are far too often overlooked. Next, we learned the basics of nursing research and how to find proper journal articles and perfected our APA format, hopefully. After this, we took our community class, which helped us give back to those in the local area by hosting flu clinics and helping give back to the community whenever we could. Next, in leadership, we learned about working within our scope of practice and the importance of advocacy, delegation, as well as handling legal and ethical issues. Next, we move on to our final MedSurg 3, where we can check off that we successfully combined our knowledge of the previous years and applied this to clinical practice. We became more confident in nursing practice, such as medication administration, charting, patient care, and beginning to develop our professional role as nurses. Next, we accomplished maternity and pediatrics, where we learned about how intricate these specialties can be. In maternity, we learned how to monitor the baby and mom throughout the laboring process by taking vital signs, monitoring fetal heart rate, and being knowledgeable between the normal versus abnormal aspects of labor. In pediatrics, we learned how different children are in comparison to adults with regard to medication administration, patient care, teaching strategies, and how to interact based on the child's age and developmental factors. Next, now we finally can check off our final nursing class, practicum. Finally, this capstone course was where everything from the past couple of years really came together and thoroughly challenged us to think like true RNs. Throughout all these classes we took, we have completed many care plans, papers, projects, exams, quizzes, and countless study hours. Together, we have completed an estimated 757 clinical hours, over 20 care plans, over 30 papers, 10 group projects, over 50 exams, hundreds of quizzes, sorry, I'm just listing those, and countless select all that apply questions. And these requirements have built the foundation and how we can apply the knowledge in order to make a difference in the lives of so many. I would be misguided if I did not mention how COVID has impacted us all the past year and a half. This pandemic has impacted many aspects of our lives, including some crucial semesters of nursing school, taking a toll on our education. Throughout all of what we have been through, it has only made us realize how valuable and strong nurses are, especially in these unprecedented times. So many times throughout our journey, we have doubted ourselves. We would not pass nursing school, yet here we are, sitting at our pinning ceremony, about to say the Florence Nightingale Pledge and earn our pins. Yes. Now, we will end with documenting this final check mark of completing nursing school. As you know, if you did not document it, you didn't do it. With that being said, congratulations, class of 2021. We can now officially check off that final box on completing nursing school. We did it. And you guys can man your stations.
Congratulations. So I believe we're going to read 4 names at a time. Is that correct? And it starts over here, I believe. Okay. Angela Almeida. Should we clap? Brianna Elves. Maria. Oh, should I wait in between? Oh, okay. So please restrain your clapping until I read all 4 names, okay? For that. Then we'll do Maria Baldaraci, Darnell Barnes. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, honey. Anna Bielis Kabula, Allison Boylan, Kimberly Brower, Odette Clark. Hannah Carperone, Manel Corbin Atia, Stephanie Costa, Tina Costigan. Mackenzie Counts, Sienna De La Rosa, Alexandra DeLucia, Megan DeBella. Rachel Dione, Taylor Dragon, Catherine Evans, Shelby Fa. Alyssa Farmaghetti, Kelly Flynn, Molly Gallagher, Jessica Haverson. Sabrina Hausman, Evelyn Holbrook, Sherry Jackson, Dylan Joseph. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, you're doing amazing.
Janelle Kennedy, Laura Crumpel, Sarah Laurie, and Lee Levan. Stephanie Leclerc, Candice Lashinsky, Isabella Maisonet, and Carly Marty. Maxwell McCleary, Linda McKeechin, Riley McMahon, Kate Morris. Joshua Morissette, Giselle Podatis, Fiza Korishi, and Carney Ramos. Jana Ruby, Albertine Wawapakamba, Kenneth Samuelson, and Dana Chavone. Yes. Rawabakamba. I practiced that. Rawabakamba. Thank you for being a sport. Isabel Silver, Megan Smith, Eric Strauss, Ashley Valentino. Christina Wade, Emily Warden, Melissa Weesaw. Congratulations to all.
All right. Now we're at the fun part, right? Almost the very end. So, if you all can just turn on your candle. I think each of you have a candle at your seat somewhere near the armrest. It might have fallen down and rolled around or something. But if you can, does anybody not have a little candle?
We have a few extra here.
Yeah, there's a little white tab on the bottom of your candle. You just need to pull the white tab out and then click. There's a little black button. You slide the black button to on. All right, so everyone has a candle, yes? Shine your light up. All right. Anyone that's out, what? Oh, anyone that is out there, if there's any family watching, if you are a nurse, hold up, I don't know, your light, your candle if it's in your presence. Turn on the light maybe in your house, I don't know. But anyways, we're all going to say this, what? Oh, and if people could also stand up. My mistake, I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and say this pledge together. It is in your program book right before all the names are listed of the graduates in case you can't find it. But we're going to say this together. We're going to go line by line, all right? I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and will not take of knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession, and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the physician in his work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Again, congratulations to all. You would blow out your candle, but of course we'll just turn off our light. Thank you so much, guys. Woohoo! And from what I understand, there's congratulations in sending.
Hello again. Thank you all again for being present for today's celebration. This is not the pinning ceremony that any of us necessarily had in mind, but given the times, I'm thankful that all of us could be together to celebrate this day. So to wrap up this Memorial Day in our careers, I hope and trust in us all that we will always strive to be the nurses that inspired us to get to this day and continue to empower each other along the way. And to all the professors out there, thank you for teaching us to be the kind of nurses that you trust and would want to be caring for your loved one. Your influence on us is one that will stick for a lifetime and one that I'm sure we will all reflect fondly upon for years to come. Congratulations, everyone, and happy Nurses Week to the faculty and future nurses. So there's going to be refreshments outside, some snacks and drinks and stuff. And for all the students, we have a gift from the pinning committee and from SNA. And then all the faculty, if you could meet the pinning committee out by the doors, we also have something for you. So thank you everyone for coming. Congratulations. Wait.
The pinning committee worked extremely hard to make this.
Yes, thank you.
Let's please acknowledge that.